got readies in three, two, one, and pills. Off we go. The 1 seed and the 5 seed in a clash of titans here. Double yellow, a huge start for Packy. He's got a lot of options, and he's going to get a bunch of double yellows to start, which means we're probably going to see a double blue, and it's going to be an interesting choice here. Packy going to go with that, just a bunch of double clears off the bat, Sarge.
Yeah, the biggest problem Adelito had to start off with is in the very top line, he didn't have any access to yellow. And if you take a look at Packy's board, he didn't have much access to blue. In fact, there's not much blue throughout that board in general. So hopefully the doctor will be nice and not give him much that. But right now, he does have about a 4 virus lead over Adelito.
Yeah, and Packy definitely playing the garbage busting game right now. Sniffed out a double opportunity and another double, so getting four off the board with just two pill drops. Meanwhile, on Adelito's side, Adelito building up here. He's going to have to take some garbage down, but he's going to get a yellow virus off of it as well. He is down to 19 here, so these players very, very close here just as we cross the minute mark. And a big L, yeah, from Adelito is going to put him at 16, but Packy's still turning on the Jets here. He has 13 to go. It's tied up, but no access to yellow for Packy again, Adelaide or Sarge.
Yeah, and he has been getting a very large amount of blue, which at times he has just had to be placing off to the side, which has slowed him down a little bit, but not a huge amount. It's still about a 3 virus game now, pretty much even here. Pretty much at this particular point, I'd say Packy's in a better position because he has only 2 viruses left and much more open compared to, I was about to say Adelito had much more work to do, but look at that combo he just did. He is out, actually out at the same time, 139.
Yeah, Packy said he was just feeling it today when I was talking to him earlier, and it's definitely on display here. A good opening salvo from both players. Adelito making a quick adjustment here, but getting that sweet tea off the board down to 42. Packy looking for placements for yellow and blue, getting a quick one pill triple. He is holding on to a half a dozen virus lead, and he's just continuing to pour on the combos. Meanwhile, Adelito, very limited access to red, had to throw a couple of double reds away. Just got him put together, knocked him off the board. But he is starting to cook here. A good combo there, eliminating the yellow garbage down to 35. But Packy is just playing just out of his mind right now.
Yeah, Packy had a little bit of an issue early on where he only had 2 colors in the top and then 2 colors the next couple rows, but it's all
Wow.
started open up for him as he's gone by. He's opened up and now almost 10 virus lead, but Adelito is just having a lot of trouble getting to what few red viruses he has left from up until just recently, and he's been getting a lot of red, which is not helping him right now.
No, and he's also playing in a lot of tight space. So he's got to be a little bit more picky about what he wants to do in those tight traffic spaces. But Packy has just been pouring on combo after combo after combo here, getting three, four viruses off in plays. And already he's down to three here. Packy said he was feeling good, and he's definitely proven it here. He's going to be down to his final virus, just needing a couple of yellows. And there he is out at a 315, absolutely torched level 11.
Yeah, that's gotta be one of the faster ones we've seen for level 11 here. Leto's not too far behind. He needs a lot of yellows, and thankfully for him anyway, he is getting a double yellow rush that allowed him to get all those taken out. Okay, interesting. We want to do it that way, I guess. And now he just needs 2 reds, and he will be out at looks like a 341. But that gives Packy enough time to start building up a couple nice combos on his side.
Yeah, I think Packy made a bit of a misplay on that yellow red. We saw it earlier in column one, and he's been trying to work through it here. It has slowed him down a bit, but he's still making some good plays here, and he has just taken all of that misplay off the board. He is still holding on to a double-digit virus lead here. He'd really love a double blue. That would really clear out a bunch for him in the center of the board, but he's taking what he can get right now. We're going to see three more off the board for him. He's down to 32. He's opening up that big cluster of blue in the lower corner of the board here. Meanwhile, Adelito with this nice combo, he's going to get a bunch of viruses off the board himself, start clearing things down here. He's got a lot of double opportunities. If he can get a blue red or yeah, a blue red surge here, he could absolutely go on a tear himself.
Yeah, the biggest issue I see on Packy's board is what you just mentioned, the huge amount of blue that he has. That's going to cause him a lot of trouble near the end because we know
Wow.
that blue is what a beautiful combo by Packy, but we know that causes a lot of issues with it being slightly more rare than other colors are. Well, Alito is almost out of blue.
Yeah, and Packy here continuing to pour it on. I said wow because Packy just put together a great combo that wiped off a nice fraction of the board here. Adelito is really just struggling to find any sort of momentum here, looking for anything to help him out. He's gonna have to eat some drop time here just to start cleaning up the bottom of the board. He's got a good setup here. Oh, really nicely done there. He's gonna get a couple of consecutive horizontals. He's down to 14, but Packy is just playing like I've never seen. Excuse me here. He's just playing phenomenally here, looking for a red here, and he's going to have to make a decision here. I think he's going to go vertical to horizontal, and that's exactly what he's going to do out at a 533 and Packy into 13 first.
Yeah, that little bit of a wait time he had to do for red, it was good 20 seconds, so allowed Adelito to catch up. It's not as big a lead as it was before. Right now, it's about a 3 or 4 virus lead, but going into this final level, it's going to be one of those. It's going to go right down to final wire as Adelito pulled off a beautiful combo there of drop after drop.
Yeah, and Packy's now starting to get some blue help here. That right side a little bit hampered with blue. This blue red is going to be very helpful for him. He's going to get a double clear right there, and now he's starting to set things up. He has a little bit more diversity on his board. He's going to be getting this drill down combo here. It is still a lead for Packy, but as you said, Sarge, not by much. We're down to about a handful of viruses, and I'm looking now. It's actually just one virus.
Yeah, right now the biggest issue is that there is just a massive amount of red on Packy's board. He's going to need a lot of red, and he's going to need it yesterday in order to keep this match going. Look at this nice horizontal fat
Wow.
log, just and the drop into that. All of a sudden, he's got a massive lead again. Just 10 viruses to go. The only problem is a lot of it is in that column one, that traffic light. Is a lot of people like to refer to it as, but he's working to take that down as quickly as he can. Meanwhile, Alito's got some beautiful setups on the right side of his board to take a lot of viruses down. This one could be almost a tie the way this one's going here.
Yeah, these two absolutely gunning it right now. Packy's setting up himself for a horizontal with the Blues. He is going to get it. He's going to be down to his final virus. He just needs these last couple, and he's going to take game one, and he will at a 7-14. What a play by Packy. And I'm looking here. That is a PB for Packy in 2024. Just looking to see of all time, and not quite an all time. It's got a 709 all time, but his best time of 2024 was on display there, and Packy takes game one, and he is pumped.
Yeah, 7:18 was the time when Alio got lost. Now it's about a 4 second difference between the two of them. That is essentially a tie game when you talk about these particular levels. So we'll get reset here and we get the second of this best of five going here.
And a big
Man,
shout out to the 50 or so people watching live on Twitch. Be sure to join us live on Twitch, but I know there's lots of you watching our VOD, and we appreciate you supporting our YouTube channel as well. We're going to get readies here, and we have them. And here we go, straight into game two. 3, 2, 1, and pills. Adelito definitely going to be trying to, I think, playing a little bit of a chip on his shoulder here. Tends to play kind of like Packy. After a loss, he tends to gun it a little bit more. We'll see what happens here. Both players off to really good starts. Good balanced boards here, kind of similar in shape. You see air bubbles on most of the board here. A little bit higher up for Adelito, but Adelito still holding on to it here. It's still a tie game. Packy is drilling down these yellows here, slamming everything down. He's going to be down to 32. And again, it's early advantage Packy.
yeah, the biggest problem that both of them are going to have, though more so Packy, is lack of yellow. Alito
Mm-hmm.
has most of it buried pretty easily, while Packy only has 3 yellow viruses left, which means it's pretty much a guarantee anything that he's going to get with yellow is going to be garbage that he has to make certain doesn't become a large amount of drop time and hinder his run here.
Yeah, but he's getting these single pill clears as we're seeing, getting that quick triple. So again, he's just built up a double digit lead early, and that's just kind of the way Packy's been playing this whole tournament so far. Is just really just going to absolute town here. He's going to clear off his yellows, so yellow not useful for Packy at all. Looking for blue. Blue red is huge right here. but he's going to have to go. Oh, I think I see what he's trying to do here, Sarge. He's going to try to sandwich clear the blues and then drill that red down and knock everything out with one swag combo. And he is going to do it. There it goes, out at a 134.
And this is a massive lead because there's still 14 viruses left on Adelito's side. It looks like he's setting up for some major combo on the right-hand side of the screen, but it's going to take a little bit of time to get that set up. And that's giving Packy a chance to just absolutely tear through this level 11 here. And
Here
here's look at
comes
this with
one.
Paco.
Oh, didn't quite get all of it there. So he's stuck. He's going to have to build around it. And with that garbage, that's going to slow him down, Sarge. And Packy is just continuing to pour it on, getting a fat bolt there down to 35. Not a lot of use for yellow, but he's finding ways to make it work here. Good play there by Packy. But he, again, having a bit of a yellow drought on his top line. He's going to have to clear something out to get access to yellow. And he finally will. And then, again, a bit of a limited access. So he's just kind of chipping away at it here. But Adelito's still struggling, looking for red.
Yeah, it's taking a long time. There it is. Adelito out at it. 230 for the first level. That's something we don't say very often when it comes to him.
Yeah, it's very un-Adelito esque, but he is making it work. But Packy is just playing lights out right now. Going to get a double clear off the board now. Limited access to red, so he's really, I think, looking for this quad combo. He's going to get it, drop it down into another double, taking 6 off the board in one combo. Really, really brilliantly done there. But Adelito still trying to fight here. Not a lot of access on the top of the board for red for Adelito, so he's trying to make things work. He's comboing off the wing there with the garbage and now dropping things down. But Packy is holding on to a 22 virus lead right now.
That may be the largest lead we've ever seen against Adelito right there, and Packy is showing no signs of slowing down. He just needs a red here to open up everything at the bottom of the board. He's going to try taking those yellows out horizontally. Well, not anymore because he just couldn't get that red, but now he will. He just needs two blue. There's one, there's the other. He is out. Oh no, he had one more red left. I didn't see that one. My apologies. Now he is out at a 337, 18 viruses ahead of Adelito. And looking at the top of this board for Packy at this next level, a little bit limited access to blue, but it shouldn't be a very big issue, I don't think, JB.
I agree with you there. Looking over at Adelito's board here, Adelito, I think, making some setups here. He's kind of just getting like 75% of the way there on some of those combos and just quickly swerving. It's a little bit unorthodox of what we normally see of Adelito. Normally, he's just got these combos ready to go, but he's not just going complete on them. But a good sweet tea there, and he does make a really good combo out of it. I don't think it was entirely what he wanted to do, but he's down to 7 here, and he is down to 6, but he's really plugged up on the bottom there. He's going to need to get these reds in rows 4 and 5 off the board, and it looks like he is going to go vertically on that down to 4 here. But Packy's still continuing to march here, down to 36 viruses here, playing a pretty balanced board, keeping things nice and even. Not a lot of access to yellow, though.
Yeah, and for a while he was getting absolutely no red at all, and he had a large combo that was completely dependent on a red yellow to get done. So that really slowed him down a bit, or else this would have been a complete and total blowaway instead of the 23 virus lead we're seeing right now. But Adelito's got a nice board top, a little bit limited access to red, but that's been the standard for every level, I think, in both these matches. Been one color that's been very limited at the top, and it's shown
Mm-hmm.
the skill of these players to be able to keep moving and not get stuck up by these limitations.
Yeah, Packy has a setup here, maybe to clear out some garbage. He's got some options. He's going to go vertical on the garbage here. I think he's just going to elect to play that left side vertical, and that's exactly what it looks like he's doing here. Going to get another yellow off the board, and he's going to get a fat log. We love seeing those, down to 11 viruses here. He's just holding on to a big lead here. This feels like old school Packy just absolutely tearing through his competition. You see, I saw in those 2020 tournaments, Packy in this sort of stage would be winning by about this margin. And it feels like 2020 Packy all over again. But Adelito is trying to make this a competition here. He's down to 24, but Packy out at a sub 6 going into 13.
Yeah, this one, here's a phrase that you never thought you'd be hearing. Is there a possibility that Adelito might get lapped with the speed that Packy's going at here? There is something I'm sure that no one ever thought they'd be hearing.
I don't know about lapped, but I feel like this is academic at this point. But this is one of the biggest leads I think Adelito has been surrendering. It's definitely just unorthodox of what, as like I said, of what we've seen of Adelito. But he's still playing at a high level here. He's going to get a nice skewed fat log there, and just looking to get these last few viruses in the corner out. It just seems that the end game for Adelito has been his biggest struggle. He's been firing up those combos, and I've said this before. Like that combo game is nice to have, but if it's not working for you, it can really, really handcuff you. And I think that's kind of what's happening here. I think Adelito needs to settle a little bit more on what I like to call boring Dr. Mario. Just get the simple clears and don't worry about things that are too complicated.
Hacky, meanwhile, took off, I think it was 8 viruses in one massive combo on the right side of the screen. Had me a little concerned there with how big it was. I'm like, don't be crashing it. That's the last thing you want to be doing right now with a 32 virus lead right now over Adelito.
Yeah, this is just phenomenal what we're seeing out of Packy. Packy, like I said, he was ready for this, and he's definitely putting it on display. 10 viruses to go here, and barring a disaster, I feel like it's going to be a 2-0 Packy lead here. As Packy continues, he's going to fat log that those yellows off the board. He is down to his final 4 viruses, and they are stacked, but I don't think it's too big of a problem for him here. He can kind of go at a nice pace here, and he's going to clear out that yellow horizontally. So he's just going to combo this down, and can't really get the full combo down, but he's going to need a couple extra pills to do it. But out at an 8:02, and it is 2-0 Packy here in this semifinal. What a display there by Packy.
Yeah, you want to talk about dominant gameplay. There's nothing more than you can say than just what we just saw. And yeah, he's fist pumping right now because he knows that that was probably one of the best matches he's played against Atletico.
I've known Packy for a little over 4 years now, and I know that he's pumped not by the fist bump, by just by the head scratching. That's kind of his intensity thing, and he's definitely been doing a lot of scratching on the back of his head. So he's definitely just in one of those just modes right now, ready to go. 2-0 here, as Influx doesn't believe in commentators, so definitely not going to remain biased. No, I'm kidding. Uh, but here we go. We're going to get a reset here from Adelito. 2-0 here.
This is rather phenomenal, but it's not would not be, if I recall, let me double check here. No, it would not be the first time that Paki has swept Atletico when they faced off in April 2022. Paki won that one with a sweep. So could that potentially happen here?
Well, we're about to find out here. Is Packy going to punch his ticket to the finals here? It'll be the first time we've seen him in the finals in some time here. And, take that deep breath. I mean, you've been playing very, very intensely. And here we go. We got our readies 3, 2, 1, and pills. Off we go. Again, similar boards here. Packy's got a little bit more opening on the bottom third of his board. Adelito, if he's got 3 viruses in column 1, so he's got himself maybe a garbage opportunity. Look at this opening combo by Adelito. Good lord, he's got 2 more clears off the board. He's now holding on to an early lead, but that may be minuscule here as both players just continuing to pour on the down pressing.
Yeah, as a common phrase is said whenever it comes to when Packy's up against the wall, don't poke the bear. I'm thinking we're seeing the exact same thing right now as Adlito. He is coming out in force and he really wants this win.
Yeah, if you poke the bear, things will definitely end up grisly. As we're seeing here by Packy, he's got 23, but Adelito's got 16 here. Already got a clear board. Really, the only problem for Adelito rather is that column 2. It's stacked up pretty high. Meanwhile, for Packy, Packy needs a red blitz. If Packy can get a red blitz, he can really start to address a lot of the problems on this board. But he is going to use these blue yellows very efficiently, and now starting to get that classic Packy down press. It is still a 6 virus lead for Adelito. Adelito under clearing that column 2, and now almost has it completely cleared out, just that one blue remaining. And it is fantastic here for Adelito. He is going to get a little bit of a combo drop, just needing a couple of blues. Packy looking for yellows, or sorry, not looking for yellows. He's looking for anything that is not a yellow, and he is doing fantastic here. There's that last blue out at a 141 here for Adelito, and Packy won't be too far behind, just needing a couple of reds, and he gets the double red out at a 148.
Yeah, this is essentially a tie going into the first one, which was the huge lead that Alito had. That is a heck of a comeback for Packy here. And again, we're having an issue near the top of the board for Alito. He's only really got two colors. That's been an issue in pretty much every level he's had so far. Is he's had to be very creative with one of the colors that he's gotten, and he's doing what he can right now. But now he's got an almost all yellow top line, so hopefully he'll be getting some yellow here to help progress his board. And he managed to take. Wow, look at that combo! He reasserts his lead with an 8 virus difference, JB.
Yeah, and just a really, really good sequence of events there. Packy was within two, and Adelito said, "Nope, not today." Even though Adelito said earlier in chat, "Let me sleep." I think Adelito now wide awake as he's going to it here. But Packy has now tied it up again. It is 21-21. These players just continuing to push back against each other here. Just two absolute titans of this game going at it. It is 16-17 here. Packy's just going to be pressing down a whole bunch here. Could have gone for the tuck. Maybe he should have on that yellow in column or that red in column two. Elected not to here. He's going to just take the blue garbage off the board here and setting himself up for a sweet tea. He's going to get a little yellow garbage, but it is 13-9 here as these two players continuing to push. That red or that blue yellow, not the best play for Packy, but making things work here. He's got a lot of clears set up. He's just needing the right pills. And a good double clear here is going to put him at 8. Adelito down to his final 3, though, needing just some reds here. This double red's huge. He's going to lay that flat. That's a good call. And a good under clear there, going to put him at his final 1 here. Packy is down to his last 1. And Packy just needing a blue at a 342 and a 342. We are tied going into 12.
This is. I almost forgot I was commentating for a moment. I was so busy watching the match. This has just been an absolute tear with both of them. But yet again for Adelito, lack of a color in the top. This time it's yellow. He doesn't have much of early on. He's got to be very creative with. Well, Packy's a little bit limited on blue as well. In fact, he's going to have that problem, looks like, through most of the board. But again, I'd rather have a shortage of blue than a shortage of yellow, JB.
Absolutely. Blue, I tend to aim at first when I'm playing, just so I don't have to worry about it. But that can be a bane and a blessing. But we're seeing right here, Packy is going. We're going to see that double clear come off the board horizontally. Packy is in a bit of a pickle with blue and a pickle with red. Not a lot of red for him to work with. There's really limited, if no, access to red viruses. But he's making it work with the garbage here. He's holding on to a lead, 28-25. As Packy going to build up a big combo here. Look at this drill down. Boom, getting a bunch off the board. That's going to keep him in the pace. I thought that was going to give him a lead, but no. Adelito and Packy here just continuing to trade blows. It's going to, a yellow surge is going to be required with some bridge building here, but Packy is holding on to a 4 virus lead. Adelito drilling down here. He's got a good tight sequence of endgame here. That can be a blessing if he can get the right pill sequence, and he will. Look at this drop into a sweet tea. Beautiful play there by Adelito. He's down to 11. Packy down to 10. Packy going to get that double horizontal. Both players at 7 here, and it's going to be 6-5 here. Packy's going to get that double, putting him down to 3. Adelito setting up for a horizontal double. He's down to 3. Now it's 3-2. Now 2-2, and an easy horizontal there, but Adelito's going to have to combo out here with that yellow being buried in a little bit of garbage, but he's going to get it here. He's going to be out first at a 539. Here comes Packy, though. Packy's going to be out at a 542. These players still neck and neck going into the final level.
Yeah, there was a little bit of shortage of yellow at the very end there that slowed down Packy just below. He might have been out just ahead of Leo there. And by the way, JB, you missed the opportunity of Pickle being in a pickle.
I've already gotten one bad pun in, so I don't want to get a second one in here. But we've got some good action still going on here. Packy has built himself a little bit of a yellow crater on that left side. He's going to set up here and he's going to take off 6 viruses with that play. Huge for him. He's going to hold on to a 2 virus lead right now. It is 34-37 here. Packy needing a little bit of sequence help here. Yellow is not particularly helpful. He's going to be forced to drill down and eat a little drop time. That's afforded a bit of a lead now for Adelito. He's holding on to a 1 virus lead as these players continue to pour on the speed. Packy's got that yellow garbage in column 6. He's going to need to address that. If he doesn't touch that, he's going to have problems here, but he's just trying to get some clears here. He'll get himself a triple with a 1 pill clear, and now he's going to address that garbage. It is 26-21, though. That garbage, I think Packy needed to address a little bit earlier, Sarge.
Wasn't much of an opportunity to do that though. He had a lot of viruses he was taking off with him in other ways, so it was kind of good or bad for both of them. But it has given about a 5 virus difference right now. The difference is that Packy has a lot of his wide open, making them easy to get to, while Adley's are all very compressed in the bottom 3 columns, rows, excuse me, for the most part, which I would say gives a minor lead to Packy. In fact, he has taken lead just for a split second before Adlito took it back.
Yeah, but here comes Packy again, and it's 9-8. Packy's got the way more favorable board setup here. He's going to drop things down. He's down to his final 3. He could get the sweep here. He's just needing 2 more reds. Adelito, though's got a good setup, though. If he gets a red, he could win this. How's it going to go? It's going to be at a 744, but a 743. We are going to verify that before we make a call. It is provisionally a win for Packy, but we are going to go to the tape to check. Packy celebrating. We want to make sure that that is an accurate time for Adelito. So please stand by. We may be going to overtime. V Dave is going to be checking that out as we speak, and we will get a ruling. So
I'm
please
just
stand by.
I don't even know what to say right now. I am absolutely flabbergasted by how this has gone down.
We're awaiting chat or Dave to pop in here in a voice and give us a ruling on what was an amazing finish, a combo out for Adelito. Packy did it the hard way. What a finish. We are again under review here. We have a rule that within 3 or less seconds, we review the finish just to make sure everything is good. This is just to make sure that we have a fair call here. Provisionally, it is Packy, but we may be going to overtime here, which means these players will play a level 14 starting back at 0 seconds, and it's just first to finish. But we have a heck of a finish here in this third game. And again, unbelievable play by both these players. It's been close every single time. Adelito, except for that second game, Adelito had a bit of a struggle. But it is a close game one. They were within about 5-10 seconds of each other. And the game two, Packy just dominated, and now we're just waiting to see if this is officially a 3-0 or if we are going to overtime. These players standing by on their stage clear screens until we get an official ruling from the Dave. He is reviewing it right now, and we have confirmed it is a 1-second Packy win. Packy advancing to the finals and beating Adelito 3-0. I have not seen, I don't think I've ever seen Adelito get swept, but a heck of a match here, an instant classic, maybe even a match of the year candidate, despite it being 3-0. But officially, Packy takes this and advances to the championship.